Will this loss light a fire under the 49ers Tookuses?
You know, George Kittle seemed to want to imply as much with his comments of, well, typically you're just going to move on from a loss, but this one I think I'm going to let it burn for a little bit. And you would hope that the 49ers use this as motivation going forward. This is an illustration of their season in a small microcosm. This is exactly what is so frustrating about the San Francisco 49ers. Looking brilliant at times and looking totally inept at others. Is this the final straw that gets them to somehow turn this around? I don't know. It's tough to say.
How many times have we asked this question this year? 7?
Like, it seems like 50.
7 times? Every time they lose a game. Is this going to be the one that gets them to click and to lock in?
To wake up.
And so I guess my answer is yeah, for like 2 weeks. Their pattern is they lose, they take it personally. People kind of question them. They come back, play well for a week, 2 weeks. People stop questioning them. Everyone says they're back. They're great. They're the team no one wants to face. They come in overconfident to a game and do this. I feel like they do this performance once a month. So yeah, it'll light a fire for like 2 weeks until they win it. They win the next 2 games, and everyone's back to saying, "Oh, that was just a Thursday night game. It was fluky. They turned the ball over. They really did out. They should have won." I can already hear they keep doing this. They win a couple of games. Everyone says everything's great, and then boom, they go back to their inconsistent play. So I'm very pessimistic and jaded here.
Yeah, and I can't blame you for that. I mean, it has been that type of a roller coaster season, and you would think they will take this out on the Texans. You will think that this will come out as aggression on the field. I'm fairly confident in that fact because the Texans are not a great team, and they're coming to Levi's. The idea of being able to carry it forward for a second week and beat the Rams and then go on the road in the playoffs, assuming they make that, it's tough to have any faith going forward. A dominant win may inspire me yet again to be foolishly optimistic, but it seems like just that. It seems foolhardy to believe that this team is capable of a consistent run against quality opponents. If they played sorry teams in the playoffs, potentially, but that's just not going to be the case.
But hold on, I want to come back again, and I know that you are more pro Jimmy than me, and I'm not trying to. This is not a personal attack. It's not. I'm just.
No.
I want to reiterate my stance here. The Niners showed up for this game. They had a fire. The defense played was really energetic and violent on a short week. I mean, Debo showed up. The quarterback didn't show up. The fire needs to be lit under Jimmy Garoppolo's ass. That's who needs to that's where the fire needs to be, under his ass. So I don't know. I mean, the way he was talking after the game, the way he looked on the sideline, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe he'll be a different person next week. He has 10 weeks to figure it out and look in the mirror and decide what he needs to do. But that's the question here. Like, can Jimmy step it up? Because I don't think Norman's gonna. I mean, Ambry Thomas will make baby steps, but it's fair to expect a $27 million, 30-year-old, whatever he is, quarterback, franchise guy to like do better than that. I think it's fair.
It's fair to expect more consistency from him because
don't lose the game. Don't lose the game. Be the game manager. Be the great game manager. That's fine. That works for you.
Right. No need to light a bonfire under his ass. You just need him to play adequately, and that's what he can't seem to do consistently.
Don't lose the game. That's your job. Do the Niners get a pass because of a Thursday night game on the road? Yeah, when they win the next 2 games, that's what we were just saying. Niner fans would be like, hey, fluky loss. Well,
I think it's important to point out that those are legitimate reasons for a poor performance, legitimate reasons for the defense to be gassed in the second half and be unable to make the stops that they needed to. And the 49ers deserve a boatload of criticism for losing this game because of the way it unfolded.
Thank you. The Dark Azrael says, do you think Kyle is trying to make Jimmy look bad so they can have an excuse to trade him? Man, no. It's not. No. They didn't throw the game. No.
I don't think that Jimmy's trade value has played into this season at all. I think Kyle Shanahan is attempting to win games, and he must believe that Jimmy gives him the better chance to do that. It's hard to believe after watching that product last night, and yet that seems to be what he's screaming at us.
To me, it's the same as the Ambry Thomas situation. Like, the person keeping Ambry on the bench wasn't that good, and it wasn't improving at the same time. So you probably owed it to yourself to play Embry much before this. That's the same way I feel about Lance. It's like, what's the worst case scenario if you started Lance all season? You'd probably be like 8-7 with a quarterback who's improving and would now be ready next year. But that's neither here nor there. My friend argued that Jimmy isn't as good as he can be because Kyle hasn't unleashed him. I argue this entire season is Jimmy unleashed. Six Flags build the roller coaster. Jimmy unleashed. Man,
it's a good name.
Jimmy unleashed. I think Kiara Mia might know about that. Sorry, it was just right there. It was hanging out. It was teed up.